And all of you here, so if you have a question, sometimes I lower my glasses and look onto all of you. If you have an arm raised, then I think we have a dice that is coming your way, so that your voice is also registered. There's the dice. And then welcome to this panel, which is called Lust for Life. Subtitle, Artists Discuss Working with Artificial Intelligence. And in contrary to many of the panel debates that we might be having on artificial intelligence, how it might be influencing our life, or what it could mean for society or the future of humankind in general, this will be a panel where we're actually discussing how artificial intelligence is a tool. I think, Milan, you said it's just like Black & Decker. If you're able to use it well, you can do beautiful things. If you're not able to use Black & Decker or artificial intelligence, in this case, other things come out. And we'll be hearing from the artists at the table how they have been experiencing working with AI. And that is done with a bunch of people that are all here, presenting them in a minute. On the program Lust for Life. And Lust for Life is a cooperation between artists from the Levenslustacademie, so the Art of Life Academy in Rotterdam. Levenslust, not Levenskunst, excuse me. And it's a cooperation between Milan and artist Arno Koenen, not present here today, and Abner Price, that you might recall from other parts in IMPAKT Festival, sitting on the other side of the table. Lust for Life as a program is dedicated to breaking down societal barriers by means of art, enabling society to listen to those not always heard in the domain of art or society in general. And as I said in this panel, we won't actually meta-analyze AI and its expected influence on society, but rather listen to and learn from those that actually work with artificial intelligence. I think it's time to actually introduce the people sitting next to me. So if we're going to go to the next slide, we will see that for you, well, most easy. For me on my left-hand side is Marianne Kouwenhoven, actually not a member of Pluspunt, one of the two poles in the Levenslustacademie, but you got to see a flyer about the project, and then you joined because you wanted to experiment with your written text, the masks and photography that you have produced, and a spoken word that you're active with. All correct?
Yeah.
Good, so we also know that the microphones work. Next to you is Frankie. Frankie, I'm going to be looking for you here. You can also just check the mic whether it works.
Yes.
It works?
Yes, it works.
Good, that's the one thing that we want to hear actually. Frankie, according to what I have received on you, you are a very dedicated recording artist. You are joining Pluspunt like 2 mornings a week, and you record 5, 6 raps at a go?
Yes, that's true. Like 3 to 4, 5, 6 tracks. I just put a beat on, and if I got some inspiration, I heard some sounds, then I tape something.
Cool.
Till I feel comfortable with it, and then I just record till I got enough. Yes.
And is it the first time you'll be seeing a clip on the big screen like this?
Yes, this is the first time.
So it's a special moment, actually.
Yes, for me it's a special moment.
I think for all of us. So we're looking forward to this. Yes. Let's continue. Next to you, Scar. And Scar and I made an agreement that sometimes we'll be speaking Dutch, sometimes we'll be speaking English. Okay, let's do it in English then. It helps if you talk into the microphone.
Hallo.
Yes, it works, no?
Allemaal hoor je zeggen dan. Hallo.
And Scar, you've been rapping since you were 16. I think you're a bit older now, so it must be a little while. And we're going to be seeing one of your clips that is a battle with artificial intelligence, in which you say you actually won the battle, right? We'll be seeing later.
I won.
Yeah? You won. Cool. You destroyed. Fantastic. Then next to you is Milan Tilder, independent art professional, paintings, street art, objects, installations, electronic music. And we'll get to Levenslustacademie in a bit, if that's all right. Thank you. Next to you, I have a lot of notes here, people. It's going to be, I'm going to get lost in notes. It's Meo Bola. Yes, you see, all works out. You draw and paint, and you did so also at the Via Kunst Street Gallery. Yeah. And since a few years, you are creating objects with welding metal scrap parts, correct?
Yes.
but also you worked on a clip, because we're going to see it today. And you speak very loud, but let's try if the microphone works. Can you say something?
Hello.
Ah, it works. You see, great technical setup. Thank you, tech team. And then on the other side of the table, Abner Price,
Yes.
who is joining at various elements in this Impact Festival. Abner, I wrote down for you experimental artist focusing on storytelling and new media, installation art, VR, AR, and immersive experiences.
Wow.
Let's start with an immersive experience. Levenslustacademie. Milan, maybe you can take it away and explain what it is, why you started with it, and what is the collaboration that you have with Arno and Abner.
All right, the Levenslustacademie is an initiative taken by Stichting Pluspunt, where I work as a social worker, together with my colleague Aad van der Kooi, who's sitting here. For years we've been trying to combining social work and working with a lot of creative talents from the streets. And for this we took an initiative together with Brutus and artists from their portfolio and artists from our portfolio. We try to match them in different disciplines, so we've been working out 2.5 years. This was the second part. And for this project, together with Abner, we try to cover some techniques to fit our talents of the people who've been writing and rapping, singing, or busy with poetry, spitting.
Spit on the mic.
Yeah. And then it's going on for 2.5 years, so there's been
two sessions of a half a year.
2 sessions of half a year, so there must have been a lot of people that actually roll in, and these are people that you've been working with for a longer time already.
Yeah.
And like, for example, Marianne, and you feel free to join in. You just saw a flyer and you thought, well, this is something for me too.
Yeah, now once in a lifetime experience. I'm a maker,
Yeah.
and this is totally different. And Aad told me, just do it. So I enjoy it.
Lovely. So it means that Levenslustacademie is open for those people that are actually willing to join.
Yeah, we had wedding
Anybody?
spaces, so we invited people from outside Pluspunt also. Yeah.
And then, of course, you could also have chosen a different thing to work with, not necessarily artificial intelligence. Why to work with artificial intelligence?
We've covered, we try to cover all disciplines in a series of collaborations. So we work with photographers, with painters, with sculptors, and for this part we work with Abner and Arno, together with the talents of our people, combining them with AI.
Yeah. And then Abner, I think I read somewhere that you and Milan know each other for a long, long time.
Yeah, Milan and I have worked before in another place. We made an album together as a rap group. So actually, it was just a state of circumstance. I think I called Milan by accident, and he was like, "Wait a minute," you know. And then it sort of pushed forward. I'm being introduced. I'm coming for the last year, almost 2 years now. I've been working with AI, and Milan and I started talking. We said, well, you know, I think it'd be great to bring AI to music. And then I asked Arno to also join in because he's experienced in AI as well. So it's happenstance, let's say.
Yeah. And then when we were having a little conversation in preparation for this panel, you were saying artificial intelligence actually is going to help us break hierarchies. Could you extend on this a bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the thing I love about AI is that anybody can do it. Really, if you can type, you don't even need to type. You can just speak into whatever, and it'll make an object or a visual or a song or a poem or a story, depending on which medium you want to do. You can also make music. You can make visualization. So, yeah, to me, it's like what YouTube in a way did to film. Anybody can use it, and therefore there is no one who's good at it yet or bad at it yet. Actually, everybody in my mind's pretty bad at it,
yeah.
Which makes it great to you know, it's an equalizer, you know, and it's fast.
Yeah.
And fast is great, especially when, people have lives and people are, spitting fast, words come out fast. So it was just a really great opportunity. Although there is quite a big process because Milan spent a lot of time on, the lyrics, and Arno spent a lot of time on the visualizations. But it's a great new tool. It's just, in that sense.
I'm going to ask the artist, did you, before this project, already experiment with artificial intelligence? Of was dit gewoon echt de eerste keer dat jullie met kunstmatige intelligentie aan de slag gingen?
For me, it was the first time.
Yeah.
I never did anything, also not with spoken words. It was a big experiment.
Mm-hmm. Frank, for you?
Yeah, to me it was the first time either. And I liked it. It was some new stuff, a new world. I liked the way how it works,
Ja.
the way how hoe het werkt, weet je.
Ja.
Hoe het te werk gaat. Heel anders dan wat ik gewend ben, weet je.
Want waarin is het anders dan hoe je het normaal deed?
Omdat ik het gewoon op de normale ouderwetse manier muziek maakte, weet je. Gewoon schrijven en gewoon een beetje beat in elkaar laten knutselen, misschien een paar uurtjes.
Ja.
Maar dat gaat gewoon binnen een paar seconden is alles gedaan, weet je. Dus, en de beats zijn heel professioneel gedaan.
Ja, ik ga het proberen te vertalen. Dus Frank formerly worked in a traditional way in beat making, trying out things and see if they actually fit together, then compiling the beat loop, which might take a few hours of practicing and experimenting. But now if you give the right prompt, you have the good beat within seconds.
Yes.
Luckily my Dutch works still too. Scar, you said you destroyed AI.
Destroy.
But was it the
Destroy.
And was it the first time you had to fight with AI? Or did you fight with AI before? Had je eerder artificial intelligence gebruikt?
Nee man, het is kunstmatige intelligentie. Dat was tof.
Ja, was nice.
Dat was tof.
Ja.
Je moet mij testen.
Ja.
Oh. Kijk. Artificial intelligence, kunstmatige intelligentie.
Yes.
Ja toch?
Ja, had je die eerder ontmoet?
Nee.
Nee.
Dus daarvoor ging ik daarvoor in gesprek met iemand. Ze zeggen, oh, je bent maar kunstmatig, je kopieert iets van iemand anders en dan probeer je maar te maken. Maar kijk, dit is echt.
Ja.
Dus hoe echt ik ben, hoe echt ik rap. Die computer gaat zelf onthouden, die artificial. Ze zeggen, joh, ik kopieer jou, ik sample jou ook, joh.
Dus het is eigenlijk, was het voor jou een manier om een hele andere wereld te leren kennen, die je eigenlijk voorheen niet
Het
kende.
is gewoon een computer, een robot.
So maybe Scar, you are the most skeptical about artificial intelligence, as you say, it is the robot, and I think...
Ja, want artificial intelligence vind ik... Is net Terminator, heb je Terminator gezien?
Ja, zeker heb ik je nummer gezien.
Toch,
zeg ik
Skynet.
ook, daarom dat je er net in zegt, artificial intelligence doesn't even shit, so it's not real.
Het is nou wel
Ja.
artificial.
Ja, oké, dank. En we komen dadelijk meer te praten over hoe het in elkaar doorloopt. Mio, did you meet artificial intelligence before being in this project?
De eerste keer.
Kan je ons in de microfoon praten?
Eerste keer,
Eerste keer.
ja.
And then we have the clips ready. So I think without much further ado, shall we just go and watch a bunch of the clips? Something might go wrong, but then let's see how we're going to actually solve this. I think the first one we're going to be looking at, Marianne, is yours. Shall I introduce it, or you want to introduce it yourself?
Jij mag het doen.
Okay. Luckily, I have it written out, so I think it's going to be working here. For the fragment that we are now going to see, she used a fragment of one of the poems about growing older, or elder. I don't know which of the two should be the right translation in English.
Older.
Older. Okay, so it counts for all of us. Huh? And then it says that you have tried as producers of the clip to have the text be sung by artificial intelligence, but there was no results that were speaking to you. Dus wie hebben jullie dan laten inzingen? So who did actually sing the text?
Milan die heeft me begeleid om de muziek te maken. Met de tekst. Nou, dat lukte van geen meter. Daar zijn we 4 uur mee bezig geweest. Dat was de bedoeling. Italiaanse, Siciliaanse volksmuziek. Een soort dodemars. in de trend van... nou, dan ben ik de naam alweer kwijt. Maakt niet uit. Dus de volgende dag zijn we er nog een keer achter gaan zitten. En toen was het eigenlijk in no time klaar, maar niet de tekst. Die liet AI verstek gaan. En toen heb ik zelf de tekst ingesproken, want dat was het laatste gedeelte van mijn spoken word. Het gaat over vergankelijk zijn.
Okay. So this is about how time passes and that we might all be mortal. I'm going to try to summarize what you had been saying. That the first day in the studios, you and Milan were trying to get to a traditional Sicilian folk song that is above death too, and that it did not work out completely. No. So after working for 4 hours, you left it aside, and the day after you returned, and then it worked with slightly different music, iets andere muziek.
Balkan.
Is it Boban Markovic? Boban Markovic inspired? Yeah. And then it's your spoken word.
Yeah.
And it's the first time you're going to see it on the big screen.
Yeah.
Embrace yourself. Here we go. Yes, techniques?
Kijk, ik zie mezelf ouder worden. Het verval, wegroesten, niets is voor de eeuwigheid. Slechts vergankelijk om uiteindelijk in rook op te gaan.
En? Dat dacht ik, dames en heren.
Ik heb al het materiaal waar je naar kijkt, heb ik zelf aangeleverd. Dus ik heb een video in de boomgaard opgenomen. Met een schild met mijn eigen oog ervoor gemaakt. De maskers. En dan zie je hoe AI daarmee speelt.
Okay. I'm going to try to translate. So all the things you see in the clip is actually material recorded by Marianne herself, that you did it in Orchard with the mask that you produced yourself, with the artworks you use yourself. And then they all ended up in this via interventions of artificial intelligence. And then how does that work? You bring your stuff onto a computer and then you say, hey, artificial intelligence, do this. Edna, please.
I don't know.
Okay, so really quickly, just how this works. First of all, it's wonderful. So the way it works is that we get the work delivered from Milan, then and with the music and with the poetry or the written word, and also images from Marianne's work. Then we bring the images, which are either flat images or video, and then we will process that. Arno would process that through artificial intelligence together with the prompts. So in this case, let's say because she worked in clay, probably the prompts were clay, animation, and so what you're seeing is actually based on her original artwork. So when you see the person walking through, when there was a person holding the painting and then it turns into eyes. So artificial intelligence read the video that she had sent us and then recreated it. So you're going to see in a lot of these most of these videos, we're using original material from the makers, and then it has been converted or eaten up or analyzed, whatever, through artificial intelligence. So it really, in what Milan was saying about being a tool, it comes from the creators, and then what we did was processed it, so then we are re-seeing it in a different form. And I think Milan also can talk about the musical part as far as like how does that work, you know?
Yeah, we try to use some different perspectives in creating the music. So with them, I don't need to tell. We don't need to tell AI to create lyrics, because that's what they do themselves. We just generated beats, and with Marianne, with some very specific musical description. So we spent a couple of hours to get the right sound. Generating in the Dutch language was like horrible because the pronouns, it talks really weird. So in the end we decided to record the part of the poem she wrote herself in our studio. Which I found most interesting in her movie was, like you said, we delivered some photographs of your masks and your artwork, and also
and the eyes.
yeah, the eyes, and
Which
also specific your movie when you're out in your orchard walking from the tree with your mask, which was like fully digitized or animated in some way. Yeah.
And you could also see with her work, particularly, that the eyes, there was a three-dimensional sensation to it. There was a real feeling of texture in it. So AI actually, when you do use a real object, it does tend to handle that object in a more organic way. And her work is very organic because we use her organic work. So there is, so again, to emphasize that the human touch is affected differently by the artificial intelligence. So you see the textures of the mass, etc. In my opinion, it's because we use her original artwork. So you're going to see different in all the works, there's going to be a different color, a different visual, a different approach to it. And a lot of it has to do, and you're going to see a lot of these guys as animated characters. So it really does affect the artificial, the outcome. And again, that reiterates the importance of the human touch in the whole process.
So then, shall we be looking at your clip, Frank? And then afterwards, I'm going to ask you and Marianne together how it was working with artificial intelligence. What were surprises in the clip that came out, and if you like the surprises, actually. But first, let's see your clip on the big screen.
Hemel is hard om te vinden, like I'm in hell. Zit vast in mijn cel, yeah, solo ride. Ik weet niet wat ik kan, ik weet niet wat ik zeg. Ik loop over de weg, ben ik nu slecht. Dit zijn de goede tijden, slechte tijden. Sta klaar om te strijden. Je weet niet wat ik kan, ik weet niet wat ik zeg. Ik loop over de weg, ben ik nu slecht. Dit zijn de goede tijden, slechte tijden. Sta klaar om te strijden. Ja, ik ben de baas, de mafia, de dwaas. Geen aas, door mijn haast, ik ga over de baan. Met mijn gat op zak, gisteren nog plat zak. Tijden zijn veranderd, net als een oude anker. Hou mijn hoofd omlaag, alsof ik nu verander. Ik transformeer, net als een dode machine. Wanneer nacht dag is, ben geen biene. Geboren cognac, noem mij maar een militant. Schiet mij, schiet jou. Blok, dit is mij, dit is jou. Schaduw neer, blok. Velen gaan links, velen gaan rechts. Ze willen mij zien, zie mij maar in een gevecht. Ben een geboren strijder, kennen geen medelijden. Klopt systeem, ze willen mij neerhalen. Ik blijf ballen als ik kom met mijn verhalen. In de straten, lopen door de gangen. Ik weet niet wat ik kan, ik weet niet wat ik zeg. Ik loop over de weg, ben ik nu slecht. Dit zijn de goede tijden, slechte tijden. Sta klaar om te strijden. Je weet niet wat ik kan, ik weet niet wat ik zeg. Ik loop over de weg, ben ik nu slecht. Dit zijn de goede tijden, slechte tijden. Sta klaar om te strijden.
Ja. Wat vond je ervan, voor de eerste keer op groot scherm zien?
Ik vond het wel leuk om dat te zien, hoe die AR te werk gaat, weet je. Precies, mijn teksten worden een beetje goed uitgebeeld.
Ja. En je zegt, ik moet het even vertalen. So he liked it a lot because the text that you could also see be typed into the imagery was really well translated into images. Had jij eerder een videoclip gemaakt? Did you ever record a videoclip before?
Ja, op mijn eigen manier. Gewoon op het ouderwetse manier, originele manier zoals het hoort. Ja toch. Op het old school way.
Ja. En wat is de manier waarop het hoort?
Gewoon een beetje filmen met camera, spelen. Gewoon op een ouderwetse manier. Maar wat ik wel mooi vind van dat... is dat de tekst wordt uitgebeeld.
Ja.
Weet je? Ik praat over deze onderwerp. En dat wordt uitgebeeld in een schermbeeld, weet je. Het maakt het tekst krachtig. En dat vond ik wel mooi om te zien. En dat inspireert mij ook om op vervolg misschien heel anders, meer creatiever te werk te gaan.
Ga ik daar mijn volgende vraag over stellen, maar ga ik eerst vertalen, als je
Ja.
het goed vindt. So, the extra layer that the artificially intelligent created images on the text is a visual translation actually of the lyrics, where before, as you were saying, in the old school way, as it should be, where just recording with a camera, this is different.
Yes.
And then Frank remarked that actually having AI generate images to the text offers you a new window to perhaps experiment with text that goes beyond the lyrics that you were writing before. Dus wat voor teksten denk je dat je nu misschien gaat schrijven?
Wat op me opkomt, wat verschilt hoe ik mij voel. Stel, het is een rustig gebied, dan weet ik dat ik misschien meer emotioneler op moet komen. Of gewoon spiritueel. En spiritueel kan misschien op liefdebasis of op droevige manier. Stel, het is een druk gebied, dan moet ik druk opkomen. Dat is een beetje misschien wat meer agressief emotie opleggen. Dus het verschilt, het ligt eraan per tool is heel anders.
Maar dat is dan zeg maar op de muziek gebaseerd. En so Frank is explaining that the beat is often determining what kind of lyrics he's writing, whether those will be aggressive lyrics or emotional. I think tender if you're maybe making a song about love. But if those images are translated into, or your lyrics are translated into images, would it be imaginable that now you might not rap about explosions or rockets in the sky, but now the images will be generated, so you can go wild with your lyrics.
Yes, you can
So
go behind.
Ja, ga je denk je nu meer beeld in je lyrics gebruiken, omdat de beelden juist zo ontzettend anders kunnen zijn dan hoe je het vroeger op straat kon filmen?
Sowieso ga ik het op twee manieren pakken. Die wil ik wel nog meer meewerken.
Ja.
En ook op de ouderwetse manier wil ik nog steeds werken en kijken hoe ik evolueer op beide kanten.
Okay, so Frank says he wants to continue experimenting with AI, but also keep on using the old school way. And what was the biggest surprise in the clip that we have seen for you? Wat was de grootste verrassing?
De manier hoe ze het beeld hebben uitgewerkt, weet je. De teksten kloppen precies op de beelden. Wat er gezegd wordt, zie je ook terug in het beeld.
Ja.
Dus dat voor mij dat was al een grote verrassing, weet je.
Ja.
Dat het precies dat kan nabespelen, weet je. Dus,
The biggest surprise really was the translation AI did on the lyrics you inputted.
yes.
En in een ouderwetse clip, als je over straat loopt en een van je vrienden volgt je met een camera, dan ben je helemaal eigenaar natuurlijk, want dan heb je het met z'n 2 of 3 of 4 opgenomen. Voel je je ook eigenaar van deze clip, of is het echt een soort vreemd ding van jou?
Sowieso voel ik mij wel eigenaar van die clip. En tegelijkertijd, het brengt je ook op een spacig manier. Je kan het, stel als je gewoon thuis zit, kan je mind laten exploderen dat je graag meer van wil weten. Dus het is catchy gezet.
So I was sorry.
Yes.
I was asking if you still feel as the owner of the clip, because in an old school way where you would be
Yes.
with your bodies on the street, of course, then it is your material. But now you still feel partially ownership, and it even stimulates you to go beyond things that you had.
Beyond things, yes.
Ja. Dus ben je nu bezig met een nieuwe tekst waar een clip bij gaat komen?
Sowieso, ik en Milan hebben nog heel veel verrassingen. Dat is een surprise.
Ja. Oké. En you want to spoil the surprise? Wil je een geheim met ons delen of hou je het echt als verrassing?
Still work on projects.
Oké.
Yes, I want to keep it that way.
Good. Yes. Next year here at IMPAKT. En Marianne, I'm gonna ask you the same. Ik ga jou hetzelfde vragen. jij vond het spannend om met AI te werken, maar er zit heel veel van je eigen beeld zit er al in. En dacht jij van, verdorie, nou is iets anders met mijn beelden aan het spelen? Of dacht je, wat te gek dat iets anders met mijn beeld aan het spelen is?
Aan de ene kant vind ik het te gek. En aan de andere kant is er voor mij, en voor, denk ik niet voor de mensen die ernaar kijken, heel veel herkenbaar van mijn eigen werk.
Ja.
En dat is leuk om dat terug te zien. Maar je hebt zelf geen invloed. Ik heb het aangeleverd en het ging via Milan, kwam het weer bij Arno terecht en AI gaat er overheen. Dus eigenlijk geef ik iets uit handen.
Ja.
Terwijl ik heel erg altijd alles zelf in de hand wil houden.
Was dat...
Dus,
ik ga natuurlijk vragen hoe moeilijk dat was. But first I'll try translating.
Okay.
So Marianne is saying that before, she always liked to have firm control of her art pieces and keep them close to yourself. But now you had to hand them over. So it almost feels like it is not directly yours, even though people that know you, and you yourself know yourself best, you recognize all the things you have inputted. But for strangers, like all of us actually at this moment, we don't know what is yours and what has been AI generated. And the question, of course, that I'm going to then ask is, hoe voel je je daarover? How do you feel about this?
Er zitten hele mooie stukken tussen. Maar juist de stukken die door AI zijn gegenereerd, zou ik zelf anders doen.
So the beautiful parts in it are a lot of things that you have inputted, but AI created scenes you would have done differently. So this means, Milan Ebner, you can help me out on the technical part. So this means that perhaps the definition of the prompts need to be more refined. Dat je dus beter moet nadenken over wat je als opdracht geeft.
Ja.
And this,
That's part of the experiment. Well, I agree with Marianne. I think, like all of us, we are all makers and very used to control what we make and decide what we make ourselves. And this AI thing is, well, you can give some input, but you don't have the feeling you have the full control of it. Sometimes it gives you a present, sometimes it just mocks you and takes a piss of you with the outcomes, which is kind of weird. There has been stuff that came out which we liked. There has been stuff that we didn't like and tried to get rid of, but getting rid of it also got rid of stuff we like. So it's a very strange experience.
For me, that's what I love about it, is it's a complete shit show, for lack of better terms. You know what I mean? Like, you can't control it. You gotta let it go. And for me, like I said, the great equalizer, and working with different types of people, working with musea or whatever, the streets, I don't see the hierarchy. Yeah. And I think that AI actually gets rid of that, you know, like the broken arms, the 5-10 fingers, the doing the flips while you see their legs are coming out of their ears. I see it as a new form of aesthetic, a new aesthetic that is being introduced into the world today. I myself also, as you know, working with Milan, coming up with the idea, we also had to let it go, you know, because the idea came here, and then I ask Arno, and then we give it there. So it's a massive distribution, and we can't forget that AI is taking all of this and learning from what we're doing every second of the day. So it's the freedom. It's a new approach to freedom. You're learning. You're like, damn, you know. And I think that's what's beautiful about it.
And then, before we get to your clips, Frank, ik ga je nog één vraag stellen. Er werd net gezegd, er zijn dingen die AI heel goed doet, maar er zijn ook dingen die AI heel slecht doet. Hoeveel heb jij geleerd van nu dit werken met AI? So how much did you learn from working with AI?
Sowieso 50-50%. Het is gewoon van, dit gaat far behind my mind.
Ja.
Misschien ben ik dit gewend. AI leert mij misschien weer, oké, dit kan dit. Is iets goeds of dit kan weer dat.
So
dus het is gewoon
give and take.
Give and take, weet je. Het is gewoon kijken, wat past het beste bij jou, vind ik. Dat is het belangrijkste, weet je. Stel als die misschien je hebt een bepaalde tekst en het paint dat goed uit, wat past bij de tekst. En jij vindt dat het matcht, oké, het matcht het. Maar als je het niet vindt dat het matcht, kan je het gewoon altijd opnieuw instellen, toch?
Ja. Maar dan, als je het opnieuw instelt, raken dus misschien ook wel een paar stukken die heel goed waren, verdwijnen ook weer.
Verdwijnen ook weer. Ja.
En dat is natuurlijk super kut.
Ja, dat is wel zo. Maar wat ik belangrijk vind is dat het is iets nieuws.
Ja.
Dus het werkt behind your eigen idee. En ik vind dat je moet altijd openstaan voor dingen wat nieuw is, weet je. Misschien kan je er weer wat bij leren. Stap voor stap leer je weer dingen bij. Weet je, dus.
So Frank is saying that actually, of course, the parts where it brings something good, it's the part you love to take. But you also need to give in sometimes, because when you're experimenting, there's also things that you don't like, and you need to just get to deal with it.
You gotta be open-minded for new stuff.
Yeah.
Learn and take. That is the example.
Then maybe a last question. So there's a lot of discourse about artificial intelligence. Er wordt een heleboel over AI gezegd. Dat het een gevaar voor de mensheid zou kunnen zijn. What do you think about this idea that AI might be taking over humans' life? Terwijl jullie ermee gewerkt hebben. Wat denken jullie van de angst die veel mensen hebben voor artificial intelligence? En heeft het werken met AI jullie mening daarin veranderd? Mag je ook even over nadenken?
Ja.
Dan gaat Frank gewoon eerst antwoorden.
Ik denk misschien is de angst dat... Ik denk de angst is meer van dat de ouderwetse manier niet meer echt bestaat. Dat ze misschien denken van dat door de AR dat mensen misschien iets niet lui, maar lazy worden om zelf eigen productie te leveren. Dat ze sneller daar naartoe gaan.
So Frank is saying that a lot of the fear that a lot of humans might have for AI is not so much fear about the future, but fear about losing what we know.
Yes, and kind of revolution or something like this. Yeah.
And revolutions are scary most of the time.
Yeah.
But you are not so afraid of this revolution. Jij bent niet bang voor deze revolutie.
I'm not afraid. It's just new for me.
Yeah.
But I stick to my agenda and I keep learning from new stuff.
Fantastisch. Marianne, heb jij nagedacht? En wil je wat zeggen of denk ik sla deze over?
Wat ik wel in mijn omgeving zie is dat mensen een app hebben en niet meer zelf nadenken. Maar het eerst aan AI gaan vragen van waar kom jij mee?
Ja.
En ik denk dat het eerder, voor mij zou het eerder een aanvulling zijn en geen uitgangspunt.
Okay. So Marianne, and I'm going to try to translate properly, says with a lot of times when people have new technology like an app, it should not take away your own responsibility to think of a solution self first before asking technical assistance, where a lot of people now jump into asking for technical assistance rather than think about it themselves. Thank you. Scar, you ready for your clip? Ben je er klaar voor? Hopsakee. Then let's go, Technics. Sky the Pirate in the battle in which he destroyed AI. So it's a short-lived phenomenon, actually. And I think this time it's... Here we goes.
Yo, Scar the Pirate, we meet on this stage. I'm the AI rapper, I'm breaking a game. This ain't no fairy tale, it's still the kind of sphere. We step into my ground, it's real. Cogs and years, yeah, I'm engineered to take down any foe. The code's my spear. You think that tough with the ship in your blade, but my algorithms got you in this rage. Scar the Pirate, it's a clash of titans. I'm the AI, assassin slicing through like lightning. You can step aside at the robot range. Mechanical precision, bringing the pain. From stuck as deep inside, I rise, no debate. So I'll take the crown, yeah, it's my fate. AI's on the rise for the pirate you're done. In this battle, humans for robots have fun. Seal and code, feel the rap, no denying. Scar the pirate, it's the robot flying.
Scar the pirate, motherfucker. Scar the pirate, motherfucker. Oh, well, yeah. No shit, yeah. Yeah, yo, artificial intelligence, you better remember this. Make your chip short circuit, show you what intelligence is. Ever since I grabbed the pen and pad, I show you the evidence. You're just artificial, that means you're man-made. Human against machine, I go berserk like Wolverine. The animal instinct that make your shit ping though. Oh yeah, you're artificial, you don't even shit yo. The power came to conquer, bars that electrify you like they got struck by thunder. Make you wonder if you really can mess with the talents of the gods. Let's make this official, artificial against flesh and blood. I get the twisted screws on your motherboard loose. Mike Tyson with the punchline, the fine art of a titan. Rhyming style like a secret kung fu. What you got there? Humans on the rise, AI, you're done. In this battle you will feel MCs F1. Honor is the code, feel the rap, no denying. It's called the pirates, robots be dying. Flawless victory. Excellent.
Scar, heb jij een microfoon vast? Of is Milan gonna help you? Yo. Wat vond je de leukste stukken uit de clip die je niet zou hebben gehad als AI zich er niet mee had bemoeid? So what are the pieces in the clip you like the best that would not have been there if it had not been generated by AI?
Heel die clip is gegenereerd door AI, right?
Yeah, so everything.
There's just some basic shots we did in the studio, which formed where they did some kind of AI overlay. So there's some footage of him sitting there.
Yeah. So had you imagined being on a real pirate ship when you were writing the text?
That's a funny question. Is that a joke with you?
No, I'm totally serious, man.
Nee. Serious, come again?
Nou ja, kijk, if you are writing the lyrics.
Yeah, when I write my lyrics.
Yeah, maybe in your mind you think already about, oh, I would love this to be me as a captain on a pirate ship.
Hij is de captain.
Nee, maar...
Hij is de captain.
Jij bent de captain, ja.
Yes, sir. But I don't think, I don't imagine, I don't think. I just do.
Okay. And did you like yourself as the captain?
Nah, I love myself.
With this track, I tried to generate a beat. I hoped in the kind of style I'm used to making music with Scar, and we wanted to invite him for this project. So I already prompted the song, and I said, "Okay, AI."
You're calling me like, yo, I got something for you, yo. yeah, let's do this shit.
So I asked AI to write a diss track for Scar to provoke him a bit. So the first verse is AI generated, and I sent it to him. Mm-hmm. You spent the weekend writing on it, and then Monday you came to the studio to record his reply.
We destroyed.
So,
sorry, maar hij destroyed het. Hij is gelijk, man. Ewa, wat vond je? Wacht, hun zijn de kritiek. Wat vonden jullie ervan? AI of human?
Lovely question.
Both. Nah, stijg gewoon. Kijk, wacht, ik mag niet schelden. Dus die computer die... Nederlands toch?
Ja,
dus die computer die klinkt net zo easy.
Jouw input laat zien wat
hij
daarmee kan. En dat hij er soms wat anders van maakt, maar de hele opzet, als je dit filmpje bekijkt,
Kijk, het is gewoon origineel wat ik zei. Het is geen computer die praat of zoiets. Plus de ondertiteling was fout. Maar dat maakt niet uit. Dat bedoel ik. Dus AI maakt al fout.
Als je het filmpje bekijkt, dan komt dat wel echt heel serieus en goed over. Ik bedoel, het klopt. De tekst is leuk. Het is goed verzonnen. Dat heb je goed gedaan. En als je dan zo'n filmpje erbij kijkt, denk je, wauw. Hoe kan je dat nou in bij wijze van spreken een uur doen? Als je dat live zou moeten
doen we een
doen.
seconde.
If I may just translate for those people that will be seeing this later. So there's a discussion about Sky saying it's all artificial, but then
Artificial,
actually
you know what artificial is, right?
it is also something that is very close to you because it is something that is based on lyrics that were there for you. But then Sky, something, because you say that
I'm listening.
yeah. Your name is spelled differently in the clip. De naam
Yeah.
staat een paar keer anders in
Doe je,
beeld.
snap je wat ik bedoel, wat artificial? Zelfs die kunstmatige intelligentie van hen kan niet eens nadenken.
Nee.
It might be part of the diss, though.
Yeah.
That was an interesting thing.
Nee, maar even serieus, man.
Nee, maar de vraag is, kijk, I think Milan en Ebner explained, dat Milan en Ebner hebben uitgelegd dat AI is aan het leren en wij als mensen zijn aan het leren. En waar we leren zitten fouten. Dus artificial intelligence
Artificial
is
is
nu nog aan
niet
het
zo
leren.
goed nog, maar hij is
AI just refused to
samplet
spell
alleen maar
his
van
name
het
right.
echte. Je weet dat dan zeg je, hij samplet, hij leert van mij bedoel je.
Ja.
Zo,
Maar
dat is lekker. Ja,
leer jij ook van artificial intelligence?
nee,
Niks?
ik leer niet van kopiëren, man.
Oké. Maar hoe vond je het dan om met de computer samen te werken om die clip te maken?
Nee, hij ging mij battelen toch. Hij zei tegen mij 3 keer mijn naam.
Ja.
Hij zegt 3 keer Scardy Pirate. Ik zeg, ja joh.
Ja.
Dat is goed.
Had je
Dat
liever,
is mijn originele.
had je liever tegen een andere rapper een battle gedaan dan tegen de
Ik
computer?
hou niet van battelen eigenlijk oprecht.
Ook dat nog.
Nee, maar kijk. Als je me zou kennen en je zou me dingen doen en zegt van je rapt als een better rapper. Ja, dan Oké. Dus die uitdaging nam ik aan.
Yeah, so it was really a...
Ja, computer.
I'm gonna try to translate.
Skynet tegen mij.
Yeah, it was a challenge to battle the computer. Because normally Sky doesn't like do battling.
Ja, zo.
In raps?
Jij klinkt als iemand anders.
Ja.
Ik klink tenminste nog op mezelf. Ja, yo.
En if you were invited again, als je nog een keer zou worden uitgenodigd om tegen AI te rappen, zou je dat doen? Were you gonna battle AI again for a clip?
Ik heb hem al destroyed, dus waarom moet ik nog een keer?
You destroyed AI, so it's not gonna happen again. You won.
Nee, dan moet ik nog een keer mijn naam roepen.
Check. Hey, en dan die vraag die ik net ook stelde aan Marianne en Frank. Jij was niet bang voor artificial intelligence. You were not afraid of doing battle with AI. Not at all?
Natuurlijk niet. Not at all. Ja, that's how we say. Not at all. Not at all.
En waarom was je niet bang? Want veel mensen zijn bang van technologie. A lot of people are a bit scared by technology.
It's interesting.
It's just interesting.
Yes. I just think, oh, je wilt tegen mij. Oké. Let's go. Let me test that water. And then we see.
Yeah, because jij rapt al heel lang. You are a rapper since a long time. So before, when you were making beats, did you do it with instruments or you actually started programming on computers? Toen je vroeger beats maakte, deed je dat nog met
Ik versta je.
check.
Maar ik weet niet hoe ik je moet antwoorden. Het begon met de pen. Laat me zo.
Okay.
Het begon met de pen en een blaadje.
So you always write your text with a pen. Heb je ooit AI gevraagd om je te helpen met een tekst schrijven?
Dat is een domme vraag.
Nee, ja, ik wil alleen even zekerheid dat ik je...
Nee, ik zeg je door. Het begon met de pen en een blaadje.
Nee, dat weet ik. Maar
Dus
nu...
AI was er niet toen ik een pen en een blaadje had.
Nee, maar gebruik je nu af en toe AI om je te helpen een tekst te schrijven?
Waarvoor? Ik laat niet... Ghostwriter.
Nee? So
Ik schrijf mijn eigen tekst. Ik schrijf voor iemand anders.
You stick to the old school way of...
Old school. Kijk, hip-hop toch. Timberland boots on. Old school.
Yeah, check. And then, so I'm going to ask Milan and Ebner, is this the extra layer of challenge with people that say that we don't want artificial intelligence to interfere with our works, to have them confront artificial intelligence?
I mean, he took it on and he won.
Yeah.
So for me, the most interesting thing, and I must say, like Milan, this was really came from his idea, is he's challenging him, and, and he didn't back down.
Yeah.
So that again is a really direct sort of perspective of like, are we going to bow down to this, or are we going to face it straight ahead? So personally, as an artist and as a someone who's conceiving some ideas, I'm like, fuck it, man, let's go to war. Let's go to battle.
Yeah, now you talking.
And that's what he did. And Milan set that up. So I think it's a great example.
So you staged a war in Milan.
I think
Doesn't happen
the
every
battle
day.
rap is like one of the fundamentals of hip-hop music. So it was nice to use that in a contemporary and unusual way. Although he's not really a battle rapper, we've been working on quite a lot of conspiracy-themed tracks, which we love to play with. We did a remix for Mark Lodderman. Remember about the guy sitting in his cellar with his shotgun pointing at the door?
Dat was mijn lijn.
Ja, dat is your line. That's right.
Okay. So then, Mio, you're sitting there. You've been silent until now. Are you ready to see your clips too? We're going to see 2 clips in a row. So first we're going to see Wijndrap, who's not here, by Urea. And then, Mio, we're going to see yours. Yeah?
Zonsondergang over de grachten, reflecties in het water, zoveel pracht en pracht. Een glas wijn in de hand, vrienden overal. Luister naar de muziek, het is ons verhaal. Stad vol leven, iedereen kent elkaar. Lichtjes aan, de avond wordt zo waar. Dansen door de straten, het ritme voelt zo vrij. Levendig kruisend zo dicht bij mij. Wijntrap en trap, zoals het maar is. Zoals het maar is. Mijn naam is mij niet bekend, dus daarom ben ik verwend. Maar hoedanig ben ik het niet gewend. Met hoeken en stoepen is het zo ment. Daarom kan ik nog geen instrument op ment. Helaas ben ik het niet meer zo nu hier en daar bezig. Het manifest van streven zo gewend. En met hakken en stoten zal ik het maar overleven. Waarom ben ik zo bezig met het gesment? Soms hapert het. Staan we, schouw vergeet.
So that was one, and then...
Can I ask to turn this one up, please? The next one that we're going to play, to turn it up to a kind of an uncomfortable level. Is that all right?
Yeah? Okay, embrace yourself, people.
Ik slik door medicatie, mag toch naar huis? Ik ben zwaar over seks. Alalala. Ik krijg klappen van de wereld. Ik heb geen pijn, want ik drink nog. Lalalala, bam 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 bam. Lalalala, bam 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 bam. Ik moet niet weten, nee, geef dan. Roep je troep niet gewoon. Moet ik je bewijzen dat ik naar huis ga? Ben niet gek, la la la.
So then, Mio, the first time you saw this coming out of the computer, what did you think?
Ja, ik vond hem wel leuk eigenlijk.
You kind of liked it.
Dit is van Brutus. Dit is van Brutus, want de eerste was anders. En de tweede was ook anders. En deze is van Brutus. Dus dit is de derde weer, eigenlijk.
Yeah. So this is the third version of this clip. And what is different in this one than in the first two ones that you saw? Wat zijn de verschillen tussen de clips?
Ik wou... daar laat ze echt zien het hindoeïsme. Maar ik wou niet hindoeïsme laten zien. Ik wou mij laten zien. Als persoon. Weet je, en dat is ook aardig geluk eigenlijk.
Ja, dat lijkt me wel.
Ja.
And so in the first two there was a lot of more emphasis on Hinduism. You are maybe Hinduist by background, but you wanted the clip to be about you and not about your background.
Yes.
So then how did you change the settings of the clip that it came about you rather than about the huge mythological background of Hinduism? Hoe veranderde je?
I had to ask.
Yeah, you had to ask.
Yeah?
I asked.
Okay.
Because it wasn't only the case with this video. There were a few videos where there were parts that we didn't see where people didn't like it.
Yeah.
So we had to cut it out.
Okay. Dus
In one of the first versions, there were some parts of video we shot ourselves, which we really liked. But asking Arno to reprompt the video to get to make his appearance as a Hindu god less also disappeared the video we liked. This was a different version than we would like to screen.
It was a lot longer too, the first one.
Yeah, because also I think in this version a lot of audio was edited, which is never fun for the producer, which is in this case Martijn. He spent months producing this track where Mio did the vocals on. So all the music is human generated.
Nice then.
yeah.
His voice, yeah.
So then they were saying in English, ik ga het even proberen snel voor je te vertalen, dat zij met jou hadden gesproken over wat er niet goed aan was en dat ze dus een andere opdracht aan AI moesten geven en dat dit eruit gekomen is.
Ja.
And then the same question that I asked the other people here. Are there things in this clip that you would have never imagined to be in a clip that features you? Zitten er dingen in die je nooit had gedacht te zien in een filmpje waar jij ook in zit?
Ja, alles. Ja, alles.
Ja?
Ik zou het heel anders doen dan die AI.
Ja.
Ja.
So AI did it totally different than you would do, but are you happy in the way AI did it for you?
Op het extreme moment, ja.
Ja?
Extreem heb het goed gedaan, ja.
The extremes, yes.
Yes,
And
ja.
so there's a little hesitation, een klein beetje twijfel over of het helemaal perfect is. Wat zou het perfect hebben gemaakt? What would have made it perfect?
Dat weet ik niet.
Weet je niet.
Nee.
Dus het is gewoon blijven proberen, keep on trying and then...
Ja, en dat is schilderij toch? Je blijft bezig. Uiteindelijk is het af. Of niet af.
Ja.
Can we ask, because I know you worked on this for so long, right? You guys really worked on it a very, very long time. And I just want to tell you the story. When I heard, I got the song like at 2 a.m, and for some stupid reason, I decided to turn my phone on and listen to it, and my room exploded. I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to sleep again. It was like, it's an incredibly powerful music that you made. And let me ask, are you saying medication? Like
Medication.
Medication.
Yeah.
So I don't want to turn it into that, but this is a serious subject that you're
Yes,
you're
maar
talking about.
Pluspunt, bij Pluspunt komen ook mensen die wat hebben meegemaakt. In hun zorg of wat dan ook. Dus ja, ik denk wel dat het overheen komt bij bepaalde mensen.
So
Maken
here,
dat wel mee. Oh, je loopt op straat, oh je bent gek. Nee, ik ben helemaal niet gek. Ja, je bent zelf gek.
yeah. So the lyrics in the song about I'm not the crazy one here is also a reflection of some of the participants joining at Pluspunt who have perhaps a medical history or a
Yes.
history of being a bit outside of what is considered to be middle of society. So in that sense, AI did a wonderful job of reflecting what is happening at Pluspunt.
Ja, en allemaal demonen zag ik daar.
Yeah.
Bij allemaal demonen zag ik daar, ja.
Yeah. So all the demons that are normally in your head are now on screen.
Ja.
And did it help to actually get them out of your head, or are they reinforcing the ones in your head?
Nee, dat zijn nieuwe geworden weer, van die beeld.
Okay, so you have new ones, which
Ze
is
waren er al, maar ze zijn weer opgedate.
yeah. So it means that for a next clip, you have new things in your mind that could be on the screen.
Yes.
So then, the next question, of course, is going to be: vond je het leuk om met AI te werken? Did you like working with AI?
Ja, zeker weten. Ik vond het wel leuk. En ik vond het alleen jammer dat die niet alles wat ik in mijn hoofd had, heb die niet alles gepakt, maar dat maakt ook niet zoveel uit.
So you're not too sad that AI did not grab everything from your head, because then your head would be empty.
Ja.
But then,
But also, we heard a lot. Sorry to interrupt. Like we heard, like not everybody liked this. Do you know what I mean? Like people had opinions, and I love that. You know what I mean? Like, and in a way, Milan and I had to be the brunts of the opinion, you know, and the artist sort of was separated from, you know, from that. So like, it's important to say that. I always call it the Wild West. You know what I mean? Like it's not good per se. You know what I'm saying? But like again, it opens up. And I know you're hesitant to say, because when I first saw you, I was like, "How do you like it?" And you too, you're like, and I was like, I like that.
Yeah, I liked it.
I like to hear that, you know, that people don't like things, and because it opens up a lot. I mean, this is Milan's, you know, this is what he does so well.
so Mio, I'm going to ask you, because you're also a painter
Yes.
and a welder, and if you weld, I don't think you can use artificial intelligence, because it is just something that is very concrete out there. But if you're painting, do you also paint on computer screens, or you paint acryl and brushes?
Ja, black and white.
Yes. And have you ever thought of using AI for painting? Heb je er ooit aan gedacht?
Nee.
But it is possible. I think there should be ways to include.
Ja, maar hoe die dan die clip verandert, als die mijn schilderij verandert, ja, dan hoeft die AI voor mij, gooi ik weg.
Okay.
Ja, dat hoeft voor mij niet.
So for
Je mag niet heel mijn schilderij veranderen.
he cannot change your.
Dat mag niet.
He cannot change, or AI. You address it as a he. Cannot change your painting, but it's okay to change a video clip.
Ja, ik vind van wel, ja. Kijk, als ik dieren maak, kan je die dieren in die schilderij laten bewegen.
Ja.
Maar je kan niet een hamburger in die schilderij verwerken of een pilletje verwerken, dat kan
Ja.
niet. Dat klopt heel mijn ding niet.
So now you
Ik kan
say
net zo goed zeggen, hier, neem het maar.
in the video clip you like that there's a lot of surprises that would
Yes.
not belong on the painting, but in the painting you want to be in control.
Yes.
So how does making this clip maybe change your opinion on artificial intelligence? Veranderde het jouw mening over kunstmatige intelligentie?
Nee, dat niet. Maar ik hou toch liever bij mezelf, bij mijn eigen. Ja.
So you too like sticking to yourself and
Yes.
see it as a tool
Ja.
that sometimes you can use.
Pak een beetje van die, pak een beetje van die, en dan hier, dat is goed.
Oké.
Ben je er toch?
Ja, schijnbaar wel.
Ja.
Dankjewel. Ik ga even kijken if there's people in the audience that would like to ask a question. There's one here. Dominique, if you can say, oh sorry, repeat your name.
Yeah, Dominique Himmelsbach. I have a question for Mio. I think, is it that your track was the only track that was not artificially generated?
Was jouw muziektrack de enige die echt nog gecomponeerd was door een muzikant ook?
Ja, ik zeg Martijn, wij
Ja.
waren ermee bezig.
Precies.
Oké.
Het was
No
voor
jokes,
dit
maar
eigenlijk.
die hebben we niet gezien.
We waren al bezig en toen kwam deze project op ons. Hebben we deze liedje erbij gegooid.
Okay, so Martijn and Mio were working on the text and the rap already, and then Milan, maybe Milan can just... Martijn, if you're okay with Milan representing you?
This is like half of all the movies we did, and I think we used all kinds of approaches, like fully self-made music, AI-generated beats recorded with human vocals. Still, with him, it was a battle between AI and human. With Frankie, we generated AI beats and recorded his voice. With Marianne, we tried to have AI sing or perform her lyrics, which was crap, so we decided to record her own voice. With Urea, that was the movie we saw before, Mio and Tijns, was interesting because she's a very quiet woman, usually just sitting, writing on her papers. And we just invited her, would you like to try to put your writings into AI? Yeah. And the first part of the movie is some gibberish AI generated in text before her text, and then comes her poem. But she also uses words I've never heard before. So it becomes very difficult to hear what is AI and what is her verse, which we found very, very interesting.
Which is perhaps also one of the reasons that you started working with AI, to blur the boundaries between what has been.
Yeah, also a time thing, because we were focusing on making the videos with Abner and Arno, but it was quite a short time. It was the last 6 weeks of the projects. I really enjoy producing beats for them personally, but I just didn't have the time. So to speed things up, and because of the idea of the project, we decided to also generate the music in AI, which for me was also kind of weird, because I started producing music in 1993, and it was a very hard way to learn to produce electronic music, which is still different from this, but for the first time typing in some words and getting like a 2-minute song within seconds was like really weird. For me, it's not like a very clear outcome or a finished product. For me, it's just more like some sort of sketch or an impression of something. If you really study the music and the material good, there's still some glitches, like the 11-finger hands in images, which I think is the most fun. But this also might be first disappearing when AI gets better. I think the glitches and the mistakes are the most interesting. Also in the music, some kind of interesting hooks or stuff. But there was almost never a final outcome that was perfect. So in the end, we downloaded all the stems of 6, 7 different versions, and I rearranged again in my favorite music program, still rearranging everything manually.
Okay, I think we're coming to an end of this panel, and I think actually your last words were a great recap of things. I'm going to start with Abner saying it's a wild west, and now it's still breaking hierarchies. Maybe in future we'll have hierarchies again, also even in AI. With Mio saying, I'd rather stick to things myself, but this was a great clip with things that I've never imagined. Appreciating the glitches that might be disappearing, so then it becomes something else. Scar is not going to work with AI because AI has been destroyed already. Frank saying, you can destroy it again. Frank saying, I learned a lot, and also I'm teaching AI, and AI is teaching me. And Marianne saying, whatever it is with technology, you need to deal with yourself first, and then you can ask for assistance from AI. And I think that is a beautiful outcome of a panel like this. One more big round of applause for the panelists and artists here. And then on today's program here at the Huis Utrecht, we have the artist talk by Joyce Overhill, Live, Laugh, Leitmotif in the Attic, starting in 30 minutes. And then tonight in Studio 3 at 5:15 is a screening of Christopher Slingensief's Foreigners Out. And then AI, I think there's only one thing to conclude. Deal with it. Thank you very much.